Here's my audience. Here are my 2 note cards. I think we are all guilty at some point in our lives of being on our phones way too much. Whether that's mindlessly scrolling through social media or binging the new show that just came out, we can be on our phones for a lot of different reasons, including school or work. With school, we're getting constant notifications from our classes and teachers about assignments, and with work, we're getting messages from our coworkers or answering client questions. And for these reasons, it's hard to not be on our phones because it's become a necessary part of our lives. But something that we can help avoid and prevent is giving phones to young children, because this can have many negative effects on their lives. And to get a better idea where people stand on this topic, I conducted a survey with my classmates and see their thoughts and opinions on this, and I'll go more into what I found with them later on in my speech. So today, I'll be talking about why it's bad for children to have a phone, the developmental risks involved, and why I believe it takes away from their childhood. The first part of my survey identified that my classmates were a 50-50 split in whether or not they believe there are downsides. And to those 50% that believe that there aren't downsides, I would disagree and say that there are, and that there are many mental health effects that could be put onto a child. In a research analysis done by Cara Alamino with CNN Health in 2025, they found that in a survey of 2 million children across 163 different countries, that they experienced cyberbullying, sleep issues, and had negative effects on their family and relationships. This is something that no one should have to go through, but especially children. And the younger we expose them to having a phone, the more susceptible they are to experiencing these things. And these stem down from screen addiction. And in a research study conducted by Compass in 2025, they found that social media and gaming apps can lead to screen addiction, which can have more negative mental health effects. Children are getting addicted to these apps and they're on it for way too long. And in the moment, they don't know that they're addicted and they're just living life with what is given to them. And if we don't give them a phone, we can prevent them from developing this addiction, which can have lasting effects on their lives, such as developmental risk. People in my survey noted that giving children a phone at a young age will not have lasting effects on them. And to those that believe this, I would disagree and say that there can be developmental risk involved because of a lack of REM sleep. REM, according to Jay Leonard with Medical News in 2023, is defined as rapid eye movement or deep sleep. Here on this handout, I'll pass out, breaks down what REM sleep is and the benefits of it. And for those at home, here's my visual aid. But what this is, according to Jay Summer with the Sleep Foundation in 2025, REM sleep is a type of deep sleep that promotes development and brain development in children and can make them less tired in their everyday lives. And if they are having a hard time focusing and being tired in school, they have a hard time learning, which can lead to poor academic performance. Jen Wang with the Education and Information Technologies in 2023 found with their research that there is a negative correlation with school performance and having a phone in elementary school students. Those with a phone on average did worse than those without. So if we don't give a young child a phone, we are better setting them up for success in the future and in the long run. Now, aside from all this research to back up the fact that giving young children a phone is bad, I personally believe it takes away from their childhood. Childhood is supposed to be filled with lots of fun and memories, such as hanging out with friends and playing sports, and the list goes on and on. And if kids are addicted to their phones, we're taking away from memories that they could be making. Now, the last part of my survey, people noted that giving young children a phone at a young age can be beneficial because they will get more exposure to technology and be better equipped to use it in their future. And to this, I would disagree with, as there's varying levels of responsibility. When you're a young child, you don't really have a lot of responsibility, as that is put on your caretaker and parent to talk with their school teachers, sign up for clubs and sports, and the list goes on. But when you get older in middle school and high school and so on, you take more of the responsibility of handling that communication, signing up for things, getting a job, talking with people. And that is when you really need a phone to handle that communication. But as a young child, you don't, and which is why I believe you do not need one. To summarize that all up, there are many negative mental health effects that can be put on a child. You can be at a risk for having a phone with development, and I believe it takes away from your childhood. Cyberbullying and lack of development is something that no one should have to go through. So today, I am asking you all to tell family and friends with young children that they should wait before giving a phone to their child. And for those who grow up and have kids of your own, keep this information in mind, as these negative effects will never go away with time. Thank you. Here's my audience.